Hello students, welcome to my channel Easy Accountancy on Paper. In this video, let us see what are the golden rules of accounting. As we know that for each and every subject, basics are highly important. If you want to learn accountancy, we need to learn some basics. So that is called as golden rules of accounting. So as we know that in financial statements such as balance sheet and profit and loss account, we can see different things, and those all things will fall under five categories. Those are called as assets, liabilities and capital in balance sheet, in expenses and incomes in profit and loss account. If you are learning these five things, we can easily prepare accountancy. Now, let us see what it means. What do you mean by assets? What do you mean by expenses? What it means liabilities? Let us learn one by one. Okay. First one is assets. See, assets are nothing but these are the resources owned by business and which gives benefits to the business in a future days. And next one is expenses. See, expenses are nothing but if business is paying amount for receiving benefits. So we are receiving benefits, against to that we are paying amount. Then it is called as expenses. And so if business is liable to pay amount to a certain person in the future, so we need to pay amount in the future, we are liable, then it is called as liabilities. And next one is incomes account. So incomes are nothing but we are receiving amount here for giving benefits. It is just opposite to your expenses. In expenses we pay amount, in incomes we receive amount. We receive amount and we give benefits, then it is called as incomes. And last one is capital. See, capital is owner's fund. Simply if I want to say, capital is nothing but owner's fund. If owner is giving any money or money's worth to a business, it is called as capital. Here owner is giving amount to a business. Now let us see what it means. What are the rules of each account? What this says. First one, asset account. Asset account says that if there is any increase in asset, it should be debited, and decrease in asset, it should be credited. For example, if I am purchasing one machinery, then in my business machinery value will go to increase, then it should be machinery account should be debited. In the same sense, if I am selling furnitures, it will decrease furniture value in my business, then furniture account should be credited. So this is what your asset says: debit increase in asset, credit decrease in asset. Then next one, expense account. Expense account is same like your asset account. Here also it says that increase in expenses should be debited, and if there is any decrease in expenses, it should be credited. For example, if I am paying salary of rupees 10,000, which means it will increase your expenses, then salary account should be debited. In the same sense, for example, if I had to pay 10,000 rupees of salary, but I am paying just 7,000, which means from 10,000 it is decreasing to 7,000, then the salary account should be credited because our expense is decreasing. And next one is liabilities account. Liabilities account says that it is completely opposite to your asset account. Here, decrease in liabilities should be debited, increase in liabilities should be credited. For example, in future for credit purchases, I have to pay 10,000. So it is increasing my liabilities, which means purchase account should be credited. And in the same sense, I had to pay 10,000 in the future, but my supplier is saying that just to pay 6,000, which means instead of 10,000 I had to pay now 6,000, which means it is decrease in liabilities, then it should be debited. Increase in liability should be credited, decrease in liability should be debited. So next one, fourth one, that is incomes account. See, incomes account and capital account and liabilities account all are same. See, yes, same rules we need to apply. For example, so if I am receiving commission of rupees 10,000, my incomes will go to increase, which means increase in incomes. It should be credited. that commission account should be credited. In the same sense, I had to receive 10,000 rupees of commission, but now I am receiving just 3,000. From 10,000 I am receiving just 3,000, which means decrease in income. Then commission account, that is income account, should be debited. Decrease in income should be debited, increase in income should be credited. And last one, we have capital account. As I said, capital is nothing but owner's fund. So if there is any increase in capital, should be credited, decrease in capital should be debited. For example, in case of additional capital, owner is contributing additional amount of rupees 10,000, which means it will increase owner's fund, so capital account will going to increase, so then it should be credited. For example, in case of drawings, which means owner is taking certain amount from business for his personal use. So for example, he is having 10,000 rupees of capital in the business. Out of that, 1,000 he is using for his personal life. So which means, so remaining capital will be 9,000. Here capital is decreasing from 10,000 to 9,000. So then it should be debited. Increase in capital should be credited. Decrease in capital should be debited. Let us learn with the examples. First one. So let me take one example, that is purchase of purchased building for rupees 1 lakh. Yes, here see we have two aspects, that is building and cash. So what we are doing here, we are purchasing one building and we are paying 1 lakh rupees of cash, which means our building value, that is asset, fixed asset, will going to increase it by 1 lakh rupees. And in the same sense, we are paying cash, that is current asset. So when we pay cash, our cash balance will going to decrease. So cash will going to decrease, buildings will going to increase. If I want to apply, so here both are assets, buildings is asset and cash also asset. So we need to apply here, we need to follow only asset account rules, that is increase in asset should be debited, decrease in asset should be credited. Here building asset is increasing, should be debited, cash asset is decreasing, should be credited. Let us see what is the journal entry on the base of asset account, that is machinery account, building account, debtor to cash account. That which means building is increased by 1 lakh rupees and cash is decreased by 1 lakh rupees. So this is called as asset account. Increase in asset should be debited, decrease in asset should be credited. And let us take one more example. For example, salary paid rupees 10,000, which means we are paying salaries in the form of cash. So when we pay amount, it will become expense. We are paying here, so it will going to increase your expenses, that is salary. And in the same sense, we are paying 10,000 rupees, which means it will decrease your cash. So salary, that is expense, will going to increase and your asset will going to decrease. So here we have two categories. One is expense account and another one is asset account. So we need to follow two account rules here. Let us see. So what your expense account says, increase in expenses should be debited, decrease in expenses should be credited. Here we are paying salary, which means increase in expenses. Then what our asset says, increase in assets should be debited, decrease in assets should be credited. Here we are paying cash, which means it will decrease asset. So on the basis of these two rules, let us see what is the journal entry, that is increase in expense, that is salary account, debtor to cash account. So we are paying salary rupees of 10,000, it will increase your expense by 10,000, and in the same sense we are paying amount, so it will decrease our cash by 10,000. So this is example for expense, how to apply. And let us move to next example. Yes, next example is bank loan. So we are receiving bank loan of rupees 1 lakh. So here what is happening? We are receiving bank loan of rupees 1 lakh. Immediately our cash balance will going to increase. So cash will going to increase. In the same sense, in the future we need to repay 1 lakh rupees of loan to bank, which means our liability also increasing. Asset also increasing as well as liability also increasing. Yes, asset also increasing and our liability also increasing. Here we have two categories, asset account and liabilities account. So we need to follow two categories rules. Let us see what our liability says here. Liability says that decrease in liability should be debited, increase in liability should be credited. Here our liability is increasing, so it should be credited, and our asset also increasing, so it should be debited as per your asset account rules. Now let us, on the base of that, let us frame journal entry. Let us prepare. First one, our cash account is increasing, asset that is cash account should be debited. Debtor to bank loan that is liability is also increasing, it should be credited. Cash account debtor to bank loan account. So we are receiving 1 lakh rupees of cash in the form of loan, so it will increase by 1 lakh our cash account, and in the future we need to pay 1 lakh rupees of loan to a bank, so it will increase it by 1 lakh. Your liability also increasing. This is the example for your liabilities. If there is any liabilities, how to treat. And let us take one more example for incomes. For example, now I am receiving commission of rupees 20,000. Commission received rupees 20,000 by check here. Let us take for check. Through check. So I am receiving commission of rupees 20,000 through check, which means it will increase. So increase 20,000 rupees amount in the form of check, so it will increase bank asset. So bank asset will going to increase, and I am receiving amount here, so it is called as income. So one aspect is commission, another aspect is bank. So I am receiving commission, which means income, so it will increase incomes, and I am receiving 20,000 rupees of amount in the form of check, so it will increase bank asset. So asset account rules I need to follow here, income account rules I need to follow. So asset account, what it says, increase in asset should be debited, decrease in asset should be credited. In the same sense, income account says that increase in income should be credited, decrease in income should be debited. Here our incomes are increasing, so it should be credited. Commission account should be credited, and asset also increasing, so it should be debited. Okay, on the base of that rules, let us prepare journal entry. So bank asset is increasing, so bank account should be debited. Bank account debtor to commission income is increasing, so as per income asset income account rules we need to credit it, that is in the form of commission we are receiving this income. So journal entry will be bank account debtor to commission account. So we are receiving 20,000 rupees, so bank balance will going to increase by 20,000, and 20,000 rupees of income we are receiving in the form of commission. This is best example for your income. Okay, and last one, we have one more thing, that is capital. For example, additional capital introduced by owner, additional capital introduced by owner into business of rupees 2 lakhs, of rupees 2 lakhs. Here owner is giving 2 lakh rupees in the form of capital to the business, which means we have one aspect that is capital, another aspect that is cash. So your cash balance will going to increase, as well as your owner's fund, that is capital, also is increasing. So here we need to follow two account rules. One is asset account, another one is capital. See, first let us see, as we know that asset, increase in asset should be debited. Here cash is increasing, so it should be debited. Then what our capital account says, decrease in capital should be debited, increase in capital should be credited. When owner is giving some amount to the business, definitely it will increase capital, so capital account should be credited here. On the base of that, let us prepare journal entry. First one, so cash asset is increasing, so cash account should be debited. Cash account debtor to capital is increasing here in the form of additional capital, so capital account should be credited. So we are receiving 2 lakh rupees, so cash balance is increased by 2 lakh, and owner is contributing 2 lakh rupees, so owner's fund will going to increase by 2 lakhs. So cash account debtor to capital account. These are the best examples for your 5 categories, that is asset, incomes, expense, liabilities and capital. For example, if I can't remember these rules, how to remember these golden rules of accounting in a simple manner? See here, if you observe this, so in asset account debit is increasing, and in expense account also debit is increasing, but in liabilities account it is just opposite to these two, which means decrease is debiting, and in incomes also debit is decreasing, and in the capital also debit is decreasing, which means assets and expenses are having same features, but liabilities, incomes and capital are having same features. Now if I want to remember this in a simple manner, how to remember? See here, assets A, expenses are E, liabilities are stand L, and incomes are I, and C, capital is C. So AE are having same rules, LIC is having same rules. A for assets, E for expenses, L for liabilities, I for incomes and C for capital. LIC. If you are remembering this formula, so we can easily remember this. AE, LIC. LIC one category same rules, and AE one category same rules. So these are about today's video.